Hello and welcome to this short training video for church secretaries. Today we're going to look at the role as you as a church secretary and what you need to do for your church's AGM. On your screens you will see a timetable which sets out the various steps that we take that form part of the AGM process. This timetable will be available to download alongside this video, but is also in the church rulebook on page 64. Once you know the date of your AGM, you can start to work out your timetable. All churches are required to hold their annual general meeting no later than the 30th of April. In this example, our AGM will be held on the 30th of April, so we can now work out our timetable. Notice must be given 6 weeks in advance, either by letter or email, placed on the notice board and read out at each church service. In our example, the date for our notice will be the 19th of March, 6 weeks in advance. On your screens you will see a letter template which you can use to send to members advising them of the AGM, giving them notice. This is also available to download alongside this video. There is a space to add the opening and closing dates of nominations, which must be 28 days before the AGM. In our example, 28 days before our AGM would be the 2nd of April. So the opening date for our nominations will be the 2nd of April. Nomination forms obviously must be issued to all church members either by a letter or, if you don't post them out, they must be made available in the church. Also, what must be made available is instructions on how to make a valid nomination. Again, you'll see this on your screens and it is available to download alongside this video. 21 days before the AGM, you'll need to issue notice of the agenda. Again, on your screens you will see a template for an annual general meeting agenda. This can be used as your template, and please feel free to alter it as it suits your church's needs. This is available to download alongside this video. The agenda must be placed on the notice board and also read out at each service and each meeting that the church may have. When you're giving notice of your AGM to your members, either via the letter that has previously been shown on the screen, this is also the ideal time to invite your national warden. National wardens must be invited to your church annual general meeting. On the letter, you will also see a closing date for nominations. Well, this is 14 days before the date of the AGM, which in our example would be the 16th of April. Once the nominations have closed, 12 days before, which in our example would be the 18th of April, the nominations need to be opened and verified. This must be done by the church secretary and one other full church member that is not a member of the committee. Once you've counted and verified those nominations, and therefore you know who's standing for what position, you must inform each valid nominee. So for example, you inform whoever's been nominated for the president, the vice president, the secretary, the treasurer, and any other positions that your church may have. On your screen you will see a standard acceptance form that each nominee must sign. They must sign the form and return it to the secretary to indicate that they've accepted the position for which they've been nominated. That must be given to the secretary 4 days before the annual general meeting, which in our example would be the 26th of April. Once those have been received, 3 days before the meeting, which in our example would be the 27th of April, you must display a list of all those that have accepted their nominations and been duly nominated. That can be done either via email or you can simply put that on the notice board of your church. No later than 21 days after your annual general meeting, the church must return its Part 2 returns to the Spiritualist National Union. The Part 2 returns cover who the committee are, who your healers are, and various other bits of information that are required by both the SNU and the Charities Commission, and this will be done in a later training video. So if you do have any questions regarding your annual general meeting or how to go about the process, please feel free to contact me using the details below. Thank you.